brother go?
Oh, he had to open up at the Blue Note.
Oh, well, hey, since he has to work, maybe the two of us could go catch that new Diane Keaton movie.
Yeah, it's the one that I want to see. Because I said so.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good.
Yeah. I'd love to go with you, Jessica, but I was kind of hoping I could see you with Noah.
Oh, right, sure. That makes sense. I'm really happy that you and Noah are getting close.
Yeah, me too. The only trouble is he thinks I'm a little young for him.
Well, he's not that much older than you are.
That's what I told him and showed him.
Oh, it's like, I better get it. He hates it when I don't answer. Hello?
Hey, honey, you better be telling me that you're home right now.
Not quite, but I'll be leaving my dad's house in a few minutes.
Honey, what are you still doing hanging around over there? Hey, I sure as hell hope you're not flapping your gums at little Miss Police Cadet. Damn, I hate that bitch.
Like, don't. I'll be home soon. I just want to get a couple more pictures of my mom.
Honey, the time that you're taking, you could have had her portrait painted by Toulouse-Lautrec. Now, listen to me. Honey, your old man's giving you an order. You take your little cop girlfriend, you got to roll, all right? I like the wild ideas she puts in your head.
But
No, honey. There's no argument here.
I was just going to ask you if you'll be home when I get there.
Oh, that's so special. That's none of your damn business. I don't answer to you. I'll be there when I'm there.
Oh, I love you too, darling. Can't wait. You know, I wish you knew the real Spike. He can be so tender and sweet. He sat out a whole day for us.
Oh my God, Jessica, your neck. You've got a bruise.
Yeah.
Did Spike hit you again? Miguel, what are you still doing here?
Just waiting for Kay.
While she is in there with her husband, with his life hanging by a thread? Why don't you just cut Kay a break and leave her alone?
Because I love her, Simone. And she loves me.
But she married Fox.
Under completely false pretenses. The guy set it up so that she'll marry him.
You know what? I don't know what Fox did or didn't do, but I know what you did. You drove a stake through Kay's heart when you slept with Charity.
Listen to me, Simone. For the last time, I did not sleep with Charity. Somehow Fox rigged it to make it seem like I did.
Oh, come on, Miguel. I know that Fox is a crane and that he has a lot of pull and a lot of money, but even he could not get that specialist to lie about his tumor. If Fox is telling the truth about having a terminal illness, why shouldn't Kay believe him over you about everything else?
Because I'm telling the truth, Simone, and that dirtbag is lying.
Yes. Lying on his deathbed, thanks to you. Why don't you get the hell out of this hospital and not show that face of yours around here again?
I don't take orders from you, Julian. And I did not run Fox down with my car. And there's no proof that I did.
Yes, but your guilty is sin, Miguel. You ran my son down with your claptrap automobile and you left him to die in the road, so help me God, I will not let you get away with it.
Luis doesn't belong in jail, Mother. He didn't attack me. Attack? Let's just call it what it was, Fancy. Don't even say it. I know Luis. He's not capable of doing something like that. Really, then how did a sample of his DNA find its way inside of you? I don't know. I do. I do, and I, for one, am happy that the pervert is off the streets. You know what? I can't talk about this anymore. Okay, I'm sorry, honey. You're right. You probably want to take a shower. Let me help you off. No. What is it? I'm sorry. I just don't want to be touched. Not by anyone. I will never forgive that Phil for what he's done to me. Mother, just please, will you go? Please. I need to be alone. Do you have any idea what your son has done to my beautiful daughter? I don't know that she's ever going to recover from his sick violence. I hope that he rots in hell for the
Luis, you know the drill.
Hey, what is going on here?
Luis has been arrested.
I can see that. For what?
Rape. Luis has been officially charged with the rape of Fancy Crane.
Oh, this isn't easy, Whitney. I love Jared. I still do.
I know.
But he's the one who ended things with me. And now that Gwen is gone, for the first time ever, I have a real chance to be with the man that I love. And you saw us this morning together with the kids. How happy we were.
Which brings me to the second thing that you need to do if you really want a life with Ethan.
Okay, what is it?
You have to tell Ethan that he's really little Ethan's father.
Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are my passion for life.
I don't know what compelled you to come up here. But you are Luis's mother. You are the last person that Fancy needs to see. So would you please just leave before she gets out of the shower?
I love Fancy. I have every right to see how she's doing.
Oh, for God's sakes, Pilar, just show a little sensitivity. Every time Fancy looks at you, she's going to think about your son and about all the horrible things he did to her.
Not another word out of your mouth, okay? My son is innocent of the charges against him. You know as well as I do. He wouldn't rape Fancy in a million years. My son would never force himself on any woman.
I'm sorry, Pilar, but the evidence is there. You may not like it, but it's there.
He didn't do it, Ivy.
You know, truth be told, Luis had no business mooning over Fancy in the first place. For one thing, she's Sheridan's niece. And for another, she's his cadet. And as far as I understand, there are rules about socializing. But the most important one, really, is just the fact that Fancy is so out of Luis's league. I don't even know why my daughter gave him the time of day in the first place.
She loves him, Ivy, just as much as Luis loves her.
Well, these relationships between the classes, they never work out. Trust me, I know.
Oh. What I trust is that you have learned nothing whatsoever in your life. How dare you use your own bitterness about being found out by Sam to become this vengeful, accusing bitch?
How dare you, Pilar? We may go back a long time, but it wasn't so many years ago that you were a servant in this house.
Excuse me. The only one whose place is questionable under this roof right now, Ivy, is you. My daughter is the mistress of this house, or have you forgotten?
Oh, please, please. Would that I could. Oh, it's perfect, isn't it? Yes. The sister of the man who raped my daughter is giving all the orders in this house. What's happened to this world?
People like you is what's happened, Ivy. You know who you sound like? Your father.
Oh, don't you dare compare me to him. He's the one who ruined my...
I know what he did. He forced you to marry Julian because Sam Bennett wasn't in your class. He sold you off to the Cranes so that Alistair could save his business. I was there, remember? I watched you endure that loveless marriage to Julian. And when you couldn't take it anymore, you used what you learned from Alistair and your father to destroy Sam and Grace's marriage.
Don't you dare talk to me about Sam.
And don't you let another lying word come out of that mouth about my son. Because he would rather die than hurt Fancy. He loves her.
Really? Would that be more or less than he loved Sheridan? Because he loved her so much that their son is dead, and now he's broken Fancy's heart, too.
Bitch! Oh.
I feel like I'm having the worst nightmare of my life, and I can't wake up.
I'm afraid you are. I want to take a look at your arrest report, all right?
I'm not going anywhere. Dad.
Don't worry. You're not alone.
Thanks. Thanks a lot for calling Ethan, too.
Don't be silly. And look, if Ethan's not enough, if you need a battery of lawyers, I'll make that happen too.
Hopefully it's not going to come to that.
It shouldn't, but at this point... Look, Luis, I don't know what did or didn't happen in Fancy's room, but one thing I do know for sure, you are not capable of rape.
Well, yesterday I would have agreed with you, but today I'm not so sure.
It's time, Teresa. I mean, come on, you have been putting this off for months. And now it is definitely time. Ethan needs to know that he is little Ethan's father.
It's really wonderful watching them together, Whitney.
Yes, yes it is. And just imagine how wonderful it'll be when they realize that they're biological father and son.
But if I tell Ethan the truth, I mean, that would mean that...
I know you'd have to acknowledge that little Ethan isn't a crane. That Alistair left everything to him in error. I understand that.
Yeah, and Julian would be so furious that the first thing he'd do is strip my son of his status as the #1 crane heir.
Well, I'm sure he would do that. But you know what? It really isn't little Ethan's to begin with. He's not a crane by birth.
It's risky, Whitney.
What are you saying?
I'm scared. It's too big. I'm afraid to tell Ethan the truth about little Ethan.
Well, if that's the case, then you know what? You're right. Your relationship with Ethan is doomed.
So you're telling me that's an old Bruce?
Absolutely, and Spike didn't put it there. He wouldn't do that.
Since when?
It's the truth. I mean, you know what a klutz I've always been. I was just trying to grab a book from a high shelf, and it fell on me.
It fell right on your neck, in the shape of a handprint.
Come on, Jessica. Oh, leave me alone, Selma. I have to go.
Why? So when you get home, Spike can hit you again?
I mean it, Paloma. This conversation's over. I'm not going to stand here and let you badmouth my husband.
Well, somebody's got to do it. And I wish it were you. But since it's not, at least hear what I'm saying.
Jessica, you have to leave him so you can start over. There are a lot of good guys out there, not like Spike. Someone who will treat you like a princess, the way you deserve to be treated. Well, I'm not like you, Paloma.
You're enough that I know what I'm talking about. Jessica, don't give up on your dreams because of Spike. Don't let him take away your self-respect. Leave him so you can meet someone that can love you and appreciate you.
I already have, and I married him. He does love me. He tells me all the time how he doesn't know what he'd do without me. You should see how sweet he's been to me since my mom died. You just don't know, Paloma. Nobody does.
Except you.
Yeah, that's right.
Jessica, I wish I knew how to get through to you. All I want, all your dad wants, and Noah and Kay, is for you to be happy. Do you even remember what that feels like? The police station. Cadet Lopez Fitzgerald here.
Paloma, hey, it's Chief Bennett. We're a little short-staffed down here. Would you mind filling in?
But I haven't graduated yet.
Look, it's only desk work, but if you don't think you can handle it.
No, I'll be right there. And thanks.
Paloma, listen, before you get here, this... Well, I don't think she's going to be thanking me when she finds her big brother behind bars.
Listen to me, Julian. I'm warning you. Just shut up.
The truth is on our side, Miguel. Dr. Gasparo proved that Fox is dying of a widespread malignancy.
Look, I don't believe that for a second, and neither do you.
Don't I wish? I would give anything for it not to be true, but sadly it is. And unlike you see, I want my son to live, not just survive your attempted murder, but to spend many more years with the woman of his dreams.
Well, that's not going to happen. Because whether your son lives or dies, Kay is going to leave him to be with me.
We'll see about that, Miguel.
Oh, God, that's a smug, arrogant
You know,
bastard.
cool it. Cool it. You can't blame him for being protective of Fox. I don't like him either.
Look, protective. The guy's accusing me of a crime I didn't commit when it's he and Fox are the
You know
ones...
what? Hold on. You seem to keep forgetting that Kay had every opportunity to call off her wedding. Only she didn't. She chose Fox.
Wait a minute, Simone. I can see Julian blaming me for Fox's hit and run. But please tell me that you don't think I did this to Fox.
Truth, Miguel? I don't know what I believe anymore.
Fox, please, wake up. I'm right here.
Well, it's good to see there's at least one person who's concerned about my son.
Of course I am.
Did you, tell him that you love him?
Yeah, I have. Over and over.
Did you tell him that you'll always be here for him, no matter what?
No.
Why not? You should tell him what any devoted wife would, that you'll never leave him, not for any reason, not ever. What is it, Kay?
I don't know if I can say that. Because I don't know if that's true.
You have some nerve. You deserve that and more. My son is in jail for a crime he'd sooner die than commit. And even if he's cleared, these false accusations, they could destroy his career, not to mention his life.
No, Pilar, he ruined his own life when he couldn't rein in his hormones and he raped my daughter. Pilar.
Fancy, sweetheart. Are you all right?
Of course she's not all right thanks to your pig of a son.
Don't fight, please. Fancy. You know Luis. You know the kind of man he is. You couldn't possibly believe that he would force himself on you like this.
But he did. He did, because he didn't have enough self-control to wait until she graduated from the police academy. No, he just took matters into his own hands, threw out the rule book. Well, he is going to pay for it behind bars for the rest of his unnatural life.
The hell he will, Ivy.
Stop it! Stop it, both of you! I can't take it anymore!
All right, Luis, I looked at the charges that have been brought against you.
Yeah. Pretty heavy, huh?
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not good. It's not good. I need you to tell me exactly what happened that night. In your own words, all right?
That's the problem. I only remember bits and pieces.
Were you drinking? Were you taking medication that might have affected your memory? Or...
Nothing. All right, here's what I remember. Fancy was nervous about spending the night in her own room. So he took her down the hall to her old bedroom.
Her princess room, right?
Yeah.
That's what we called it.
Mm-hmm. And I tucked her in. I read to her till she fell asleep, and then I went and laid down on the couch. I didn't want her to spend the rest of the night alone.
And then?
That's it. Everything after that is pretty much a blank. Next thing I know, I wake up, I'm in the pantry. I look up, I see Sheridan and Chris and Fancy, Chad, Whitney. They're all staring at me in shock.
We just didn't know who you were at first.
Yeah. Because I was wearing the ski mask and the same clothes that the guy who raped Fancy was wearing.
He wasn't acting himself when we found him. He was confused and disoriented. He had no idea how he'd gotten there.
Okay.
And what happened? Luis, whatever it is, just say it.
It's weird. I just, I keep having these flashes. I can't even explain them. Fancy and I having sex, but we didn't do anything.
Look, I'm not worried about the fact that your prints are on the knife, Luis.
Well, I don't know how they got there.
Luis, I'm worried and concerned about the evidence that was found in Fancy's person that connects you to the crime.
I know it looks bad. I know I have a bad defense because I can't remember anything. But if it's true, if what the evidence shows is that I hurt Fancy, if I did that, then I deserve to be locked away forever.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you, Mr. Crane. I love Fox, I do. But I love Miguel, too.
The man who tried to murder your husband? You most certainly do not.
Come in.
Excuse me. Kay, I need to talk to you. Outside.
What's wrong?
Just come, okay?
We got the forensics report on the broken headlight on Miguel's car. And it matched up with the broken glass that we found at the hit-and-run site.
Well, there you have it, folks. I knew it was Miguel who ran Fox down in cold blood.
No.
Look, I had no choice but to place you under arrest for the attempted murder of Fox Crane.
I can't believe it, Sam. I didn't do it.
I'm afraid. What are you afraid of, really? Losing all the Crane money and power?
Afraid of losing little Ethan if Ethan and I don't end up together.
Honestly, I don't see that happening. Not at all, especially when Ethan finds out that little Ethan is really his son.
You know the hell that I went through being married to Alistair. The pain, the humiliation. I put up with all of that to ensure my son's future. If I tell the world that he has not one drop of Crane blood, he's going to lose everything.
But you have to look at what he's going to gain here. A father. A real father. The man that you love. What you do, you just have to choose between love or money. A life with your family, you know, little Ethan, Jane, and Ethan, or the Crane Empire.
Do you understand these rights as I've just explained them?
Yes, I do.
I'm so sorry, Miguel.
It's not your fault, Paloma. Your boss is just doing his job, but I didn't do this, I swear.
I believe you.
The evidence says you did.
I don't care what the evidence says, and I care less what you think. I just don't want for 1 second for Kay or my sister to think I would resort to something so low down and vicious. Kay, please tell me you don't think I did this. Kay, look at me, I swear I didn't do this.
Go forget it, Miguel. Kay doesn't believe you, and neither will anyone else.
Let's go. But I swear I didn't do this, Kay. Come on.
It's gonna be okay.
How? How is this ever going to be okay? I'm in love with two men. God, one of them could die any minute, and the other may spend the rest of his life in jail for his murder.
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, you just have to choose what's most important to you. Giving little Ethan the Crane Empire, or giving little Ethan a family with his little sister and his real father and a mom who loves him?
Giving him a family with Ethan, of course. If he can have both.
No. He can't. And I guarantee if you try, it's just going to blow up in your face. And you won't only lose the empire that you're trying to give your son, but you'll lose Ethan at the same time.
I can't listen to this anymore.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I think you've overstayed your welcome, Pilar. Excuse me. This is my daughter's house. Well, this is my daughter's bedroom. I just wanted to tell you.
Pilar, really, I think you should go.
Fancy, if you need anything...
Goodbye, Pilar.
Honey, I really think you should get into bed and get some rest. I'll get your sleeping pills, okay? I don't know how it happened, Mother. But Pilar is right. I mean, I know Luis, he wouldn't hurt me like that. The evidence says he did, honey. I think you're just gonna have to get over what you're feeling and face the facts. I don't know what to think anymore.
You don't mean that, Luis.
I've never meant anything more. If I forced myself on Fancy the way the physical evidence says that I did, if that's who I am, then I deserve to be locked up.
But that's not who you are.
She's right. That's not who you are. And as your attorney, Luis, I have to tell you, you need to stop talking this way. If anyone else heard what you were saying just now, besides Sheridan and me, it could be construed as admission of guilt. It would make your case indefensible.
That's what I believe. All right, fine. You know what, let's try something here then, okay? How's that? Let's say that you were a juror, and you were presented with the physical evidence that stands against me. Would you think that I was guilty? Tell the truth, Sheridan. Okay, see, there you go. Guilty as charged.
You know what? I don't care what the evidence says. I know who you are, and I know that you would never hurt a woman.
Yeah, but you're not on the jury. If I were on the jury, I would convict myself.
I'm so sorry I'm late. One of the boys at the orphanage wanted to play a quick game of catch, and I just couldn't say no.
Of course not. I love that you're so into your volunteer work.
But I thought maybe this would help make up for my tardiness.
Oh, Spike. They're beautiful.
They're not as beautiful as my darling wife. Honey, do you have any idea how much I love you?
A little.
Oh, I do. I don't know what I ever did to deserve you.
No, I'm the lucky one. Because of you, I'm living the fairy tale I always dreamed of.
I love you.
I can have that life, Spike. I just have to be patient. I know my dream can come true.
Oh, hey, man, not cool. I do not like to be kept waiting on payday.
I told you to steal Miguel's car and make it look like he ran Fox down. You almost killed him, you moron.
You got a problem with Jeff Neef. You better bring it up with Sonny Boy. All right? He wanted it to look real.
What?
Yeah, that's right. Fox told me to make it believable, okay? He wants to book phone this competition. So he told me, hey, Spike, make it a real hit and run. So, hey, man, I'm just doing what I was told.
If my son dies, you will die too.
Now listen to me, Pappy. If I were you, I wouldn't be going around making threats. No. Because I could very easily go to the cops and tell them that you set Miguel up and that you paid me to make it look like he did.
If you go anywhere near the cops, you'll be a dead man.
Really?
That's not a threat. That is a promise.
In here, Miguel. At least I was able to put you across from your brother.
Luis, what the hell are you doing in here?
Never mind me, what the hell are you doing here?
I've been charged with Fox's hit and run, but I didn't do it.
Sam, what the hell is going on here?
Look, I'm sorry, Luis, but the forensics report matched up your brother's car headlights with the glass found at the accident scene.
Look, only I wasn't driving it, okay?
I don't understand any of this. Luis, what are you doing here?
Oh, Sam didn't tell you.
I'm sorry, but I had to do what I had to do.
I've been charged with rape. Fancy Crane's rape.
But that's crazy.
There has to be some mistake here.
Yeah, well, Fancy was attacked again last night, and the hospital test results show that I matched the attacker's DNA.
Oh, my God.
Only I didn't do it. Fancy and I have never even made love. Enough about me. How you doing, Miguel? You have a lawyer yet?
No, I'm broke. I'm gonna have to hire a public defender or something.
Miguel, hey, don't worry about it. I'll take your case, all right?
I can't pay you, Ethan.
It's all right. We'll work something out.
Thank you.
Sheridan, do me a favor.
Is it something I can do to help prove your innocence?
Oh, can you go and check in on Fancy for me?
Yeah. Sure.
Thanks. I don't know how my mom's gonna handle this.
Yeah, I don't know. Both the Lopez Fitzgerald brothers arrested at the same time, and the evidence against them is mounting.
I'm a good lawyer, Dad, but I'm not sure I can get either one of them off the hook.
Kay, how can you still love Miguel if he's the one who did this?
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I know Miguel. And yeah, he might have been mad at Fox enough to get in a fight with him, but there's no way he would try to kill him.
Yeah, well, I would like to believe him, too. But after he lied to you about sleeping with Charity...
Yeah, well, he swears that never happened.
And you believe him? Kay, we saw them together.
I know, but he said that it wasn't him. And even Charity said she wasn't even in town then. I don't know, Simone. I don't know what to think anymore. I'm so confused. God, all I know is that there's just no way possible that Miguel would try to kill Fox.
Love can make people do crazy things.
Then you think he's guilty?
I don't know what I think anymore. But all I know is that even if he is, you won't see it because love is blind. I mean, if you don't believe me, look at your sister and Spike. If you hear her talk, he's some kind of knight in shining armor instead of the sleazy creep that he is.
So you think that I'm in the same kind of denial as my sister?
I'm going to do my best to see about bail. So try to hang in there, all right? Both of you.
You know where to find us. Thank you, Ethan.
You know, I can't stop thinking about what this is gonna do to Mama.
She knows that we shouldn't be in here.
You believe me, right? You know I didn't run down Fox with my car.
I know.
So how did the shards from the broken headlight end up at the accident site?
You were asking the wrong guy. I don't even know how my semen got into Fancy.
She doesn't think you raped her, does she?
I don't know what the hell to believe anymore.
Hey, you didn't rape her, okay?
Yeah. All I know is the evidence is pretty damning.
Yeah, well, so is mine. I mean, it's weird, isn't it? What a coincidence that both of us wind up in here at the same time, being charged for crimes neither one of us committed.
With physical evidence pointing directly at us.
It's almost like someone's got it in for the Lopez Fitzgerald brothers.
Reading my mind, little brother. Reading my mind.
But who, Luis? I mean, who hates us that much to want to destroy our lives? And why?
What are you going to do? Are you going to tell Ethan that little Ethan is really his son or not? Yes. I'm going to do it. I am going to tell Ethan the truth. And once he knows that little Ethan is his son, well, that'll give Ethan even more reason to make a family with me. Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I just want to make sure that you're absolutely clear on the fact that you will be giving up the entire Crane Empire for your son. It's okay. Because none of this matters if Ethan isn't with us. No, I'm doing this, Whitney. I'm going to tell Ethan that little Ethan is his son.